I can't believe I'm doing this. Of course I'm doing this. A squeaky chair. I have no idea what I'm doing. Hi, I'm Tonya. You probably already know that because otherwise, why would you be here? Um, Currently, as I'm recording this, it is 11:09 p.m. Eastern Time on November 29th, 2022. I was lying in bed and couldn't sleep. It's a common occurrence for me. And something that is always plaguing my thoughts is what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I mean, it's kind of a complete question. What am I going to do with my life? What am I going to do about work? What am I going to do about my relationships? What am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do about breakfast? What am I going to do about sleep tonight? What am I going to do? Um, and something that's been really big on my mind lately is how am I going to make my lifestyle sustainable? How am I going to make money? Well, on the internet, duh, that's what people do, right? So, I mean, it's worked for some people, it might work for me. Why not? Let's give it a shot. So, I have a little bit of a hook. Um, we're going to call this T is for TMI. This TMI, too much information, you know? T, that's me. So, we're going to start off as cringy as we possibly can because on January 1st, ooh, maybe we should turn off this fake background. I mean, that is my for real living room. Um, but I'm not in my living room. I'm in my office. So too much information is about, not hiding any information, right? So you're gonna see my messy ass office. It's not always gonna be this way. Maybe, who knows? Who cares? Yeah, so here's my office. Over here is a drawing desk. Um, it is my husband's, but I will be using it at some point. It has a drawing on it that I did, though. That's what that big piece of paper is. And behind it is some cardboard for art supplies. And then behind me is my window. That's a blanket hanging over the window because I don't have curtains. I do have blinds in there, but it still lets in a lot of light. And I don't want to be backlit anymore. And it's rainbow. So until I get curtains. And then that oof, is a bookshelf. This is the edge of my phone, which is also being used as a camera. I'm not going to edit this out because I don't care. Me and my detritus, whatever. T is for TMI. So if you're watching this, be prepared. You're going to get too much information. Start with, I'm going to get too much information about me. This is my diary. I started it on January 1st, 1989. On January 1st, 1989, I was about to turn 14 years old on April 7th. So I was 13 years old. It's all filled in. And then there's another one. Get that anarchy symbol. How old was this Tonya when she started? Oh, I don't even have to open the lock. It just slides right out. But let's put that back in there. Oh, geez. Rough and tumble. I don't have the key, and I don't think the lock works anymore. Oh, I just pulled it. This diary starts on Wednesday, April 3rd, 1991. So on April 3rd, I am 15, about to turn 16. So 2 years. And then this one ends on last entry. Oh, last entry. And that, Mr. Business. Last entry, Sunday, April 26th, 1992. Oh, you know what? My phone is up here because I'm supposed to be doing this because I'm gonna have like a, I don't know, an overlay or something. I'm gonna got big plans for making this fancy. You won't be able to see this right now, but that's what this camera over here is for. Because I'm gonna read these to y'all. Ah, aren't you so lucky? And you know, maybe this is how I'll go viral. I think it would be fantastic. I was thinking, what kind of content do people like to see? Family people adore me. I am a bona fide rock star. I mean, except without, like the rock and roll part or whatever. I'm just a star. And I know if you're new, if you've never met me before, you're going to think that's very egotistical. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. People love me, and I fucking love them so much, so much. And they like to hear my stories and stuff. I have been told that if I read these on a podcast, people will watch or listen. So last few months I've been living some crazy life. Crazy life. It just it's been a week in Cancun. Yep. From the 10th. No, not the 10th. That's dumb. From the 3rd. No, I landed in Cancun on the 4th and came back on the 12th. I left on a Friday and came back the following Saturday. I decided to go to Cancun on Tuesday, November 8th. Decided on Tuesday, I'm going to go on Friday. Because, sometimes decisions have to be made very quickly. And, I'm not going to regret taking the adventure, having the experience. But, as I told everybody, my credit cards are melting. I mean, I maxed out every credit card I had over this summer. And it started from scratch because I just paid them all off in April. Yeah, whew, sounds scary, doesn't it? I should also mention I do live with bipolar 2 disorder and ADHD. ADHD is undiagnosed, but trust me, I'm pretty sure, which, may be troubling to some. But I'll tell you what, I'm 47 years old. I'm going to be 48 in April on the 7th, in case you missed it. My birthday's a big deal. And I've made it this far, despite some of my best efforts, sometimes purposeful efforts. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I've got this. It's going to be fine. So, there's been a lot of talk in the last few weeks on my adventures about how I need to figure out a way to make money doing this. I mean, people are influencers and YouTubers and stuff. It's a thing that happens. And I've been on the internet for a long time. I have a very, very long digital paper trail. And nothing is left to the imagination. You can extrapolate that any way you'd like. And you're right. It's all out there. I don't have anything to hide. Everybody that knows me and loves me knows that and knows all of these things. And you know what? They all love me anyway. And I can't tell you how amazing that feels. But it is possible to have that for yourself also. And maybe if you watch me, some of it can rub off on you. I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing this because I like to entertain and I like to hear myself talk. And I'd like to make some money so I can pay off my credit cards. I mean, let's be honest. But even if no money comes out of it, I'm having a great time. So whatever. Um, I like the attention. I'm not going to edit this stuff because it doesn't matter. Who cares? I've listened to some podcasts that had really shitty sound quality, but the content was so good, I didn't care. I forgave them. They're just a person like me, you know, sitting in front of a computer, recording with their phone, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's about the content. And I intend to provide authentic content about me. I mean, that's why you're here, right? Um, and, you know, as a jumpstart, diary. What better place to start with Tonya than when she was 13 years old? All right. Oh, I wasn't recording up here yet anyway. I guess I should. I'd like for this to be a fully involved experience. And I've not got the tech exactly right. See, I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I have like a tripod and recording stuff with my phone. I mean, I'm doing the best I can. You know, maybe this will prove so popular, somebody will come in and like produce it and ship for me. That'd be great. I'm still gonna do it. I mean, I don't care about all that, but I mean, if it makes it more enjoyable for you, fuck yeah, let's do it. Oh, none of this content, despite being written by a 13-year-old, is appropriate for children or your workplace. Unless you have a really cool boss, like I do, or unless you work from home, or, I mean, use your best judgment. Okay. I mean, use your best judgment. Take care of yourself. Be accountable. Do what you need to do. All right. So let me start recording. Oh, it's on camera, not video. It's a good thing I noticed that. Let me back you up here, buddy. There we go. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Well, like I said, if somebody wants to come in and break this up, I'm all for it. All right, so hit record. All right, we're recording up there. So here we'll record the front for the video also. Once upon a time, this was, I think it was purple, and I peeled off, for some reason, peeled off all of the plastic. And then I wrote on it, I wrote my diary, and then I used to say something else. That says diary. I don't know, it's got scratchings in it. I don't even know if I did those. Oh, wait. What? Date 11/22. Oh, is that say next? 11/22/99. I have no idea. So so then you'll see it's got like, it's kind of grody at the edges. That's because I took a Sharpie and made it black. And if you know anything about Sharpie on smooth surfaces, it just wipes off. And see, I did around the edges. They were gold, and then I wrote on them. There's a bunch of hearts. That's just hearts. Oh wait, those aren't hearts. Maybe not. They just diagonals. Who knows? Oh no. Oh, you know what? I think it's just X's with lines. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Anyways, so this is my handwriting, and there are lots of names used in this. If you want yours removed, you're gonna have to let me know. My name is Tonya Lucille Woolard. I lived at P.O. Box 363, Garden City, Missouri, and then other addresses that I wrote in afterwards. Look at this. On August 23rd of 1990, I loved life. For a little while, I was spelling my name with an I. That's Tonya, not Tanya, but I didn't know that then. Oh, wait, where am I? Am I in the right? Can't. The camera's too high up for me to see is the thing. Where's, okay, there's, so, all right, so then, oh yeah, it's a haha, I see now. Jeez, I'm ridiculous. See, that's what I'm trying to get. Tonya Lucille Woolard. Oh, look, first appearances of Stephen. SAS is mine, 4589. I love Stephen Andrew Shaddocks, 4589. Oh, but look at this plot twist. I love Timothy Glenn Channel on 32890. What happened? Oh, but then it says, what does that say behind that? Oh, here, let's do these in date order. 32890. I love Timothy Glenn Channel. 72590. I love James Ward Greaves. There's no date on this red one here. Oh, and also on 122990. And then I can't read. I mean, I know what it says. It says, I love Jonathan Christian. What was his last name? Basilotti? Basilotti? I don't remember. There's no date on that one. But I avoided that. And I love Wesley Layden on 32391. Oof. So much drama in the FYD 5-year diary. Okay. Let's have a beverage. It's water. Here we go. Sunday, January 1st, 1989. Happy New Year. I just can't believe that it's 1989 already. I mean, the year went by so quick. I'm glad though, because this year I turned 14. I can't wait. Me and Stephen still aren't going together yet. We will be before too long if I have anything to say about it. Here are my New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to try my best to keep them. Number 1, do all my work at school. Side note, ha, on 4589. And also, 2, be nicer to my family. Bigger ha, with a side note, with bigger ha side note from 3190. I'm terrible at this, y'all. 3, get Stephen to be mine forever. Are you still mine, Stephen? I still love you, sassy. Done 4589. But then that got a ha on, or someone else got a ha. Who knows? You see the side notes there. Figure it out yourself. Number 4, be nicer to everyone. Number 5, try to clean up my act, fix my attitude problem, and quit procrastinating and being lazy and irresponsible. I've been punched in the face on the first page of my diary. Yeah. Try to clean up my act and fix my attitude problem and quit procrastinating and being lazy and irresponsible. 13 years old. Stop, pause. We'll only do that first entry for the first episode. I have no idea how long I'm going to make these or how often, any of that. I don't know right now. We'll figure it out together, right? Give me your feedback. I really want your feedback. I'm doing this because I want to entertain you. and because I like talking about myself. And isn't it fascinating? I mean, let's give you a little bit of context. On January 1st, 1989, I lived in Garden City, Missouri. At the time, it had a population of 1,074. We moved to Garden City, Missouri from, I have to think for a moment and I'll explain, but I want to answer this one real fast. We moved to Garden City, I think from Jacksonville. If I remember correctly, we moved to Garden City from Jacksonville the day after 7th grade ended. I went to Ocean Way 7th grade center. Jacksonville, Florida to Garden City, Missouri. Jacksonville is a city. It's really a big, small town, but only people who know Jacksonville really know that. But it's technically a city. You know, I think we've got 1 million people or something. I don't know. It's not huge. It's a big city. It's got more than 1,000 people. You know what else had more than 1,000 people? My school before I moved to Garden City. Yeah. Yeah, it was tiny. One school had the elementary and the middle school, junior high, and senior high from 3, 4, 5 towns. Tiny. Culture shock, for sure, for sure, for sure. However, this wasn't Tonya's first foray into Missouri, into misery, Missouri. Because to step back a little bit, squeaky chair, so much. I was born in Jacksonville, and I lived in Jacksonville until early in first grade, very early in first grade. And then we moved to Virginia. And then we moved back to Jacksonville between first grade and second grade. We were in Jacksonville from second grade to early into sixth grade, about 6 weeks. I was going to a school called R.L. Brown Sixth Grade Center, but it also had a kindergarten. It's a big school. It's during busing because, you know, it was white and there were black schools and they wanted to, you know, balance out the population. So I was bused from one side of town to the other to go to school. It's a decent sized school. It was 2 stories. You know, I don't know how long the wings were. There might have been another wing. I don't know. I was a little kid. And it's still there, but I don't feel like looking all that up. You can look that up. It's Google. It's right there. You know, just look it up. We moved to Rich Hill, Missouri, population 1,174, because my mother knew exactly 2 people, my Aunt Lisa and her husband Jim. Not aunt by blood, but aunt by all that matters. I love you, Aunt Lisa. Because, you know, we moved around. I wasn't in the military. Oh, that's not the end of it. We'll continue. And I just want to take a small detour right here in Rich Hill. First time I was in Missouri. Class of 1993 had less than 30 people in it. When we left Jacksonville, I was a straight A student, teacher's pet. I was in drama club. I was in chorus. I was on a beta club. I don't even remember exactly what beta club was, but I was in it. I think it was a computer club, maybe. On the brain brawl team, because I was a nerd, you know. And I was popular. I didn't know I was popular. I didn't know I was popular until after I moved away, and I was told that I was popular. No, I had no clue. I'm a little bit charismatic though. I'm gonna start a cult one day. um, but another thing that we were is we were poor. That's why we moved around so much. I didn't remember hearing the word eviction as a child, but we moved 6th grade to Rich Hill, Missouri. It's a lot of late night packing very suddenly. I had a trapper keeper. Trapper keeper, remember those? It was green and it had puppies on it. I don't know if they were Labradors or Irish setters or something. I don't know. They were beautiful. And inside that, I had the 3 folders that came with it, red, blue, and green. It wasn't used for school. It had my sticker collection. And my sticker collection was very meager because we were poor. But I had some cute stickers in there and probably some other things. I don't remember the other things, but I remember those stickers. My one Garbage Pail Kids sticker. I dyed it for my mom. So not allowed to have those. She thought they were gross, which I mean they were. So we moved very quickly because public records are public and they go so far back and they're on the internet now. I did see that the house we lived in just prior to that house we were evicted from. So, and we hadn't lived in this house a full year. We lived in the other one 2.5 years. It was just like, I don't know, a few hundred yards up the road. Like we lived in 3 different houses in this one block. We started off here. This is Forest Boulevard, and this is Stone Road coming out this way. And there's a house right here. So Stone Road, Forest Boulevard. We started off in this house right here, and then moved down here on the other side of the house, on the other side of the street. And we were on that first house. We were only there for I don't know, maybe a month. I don't even know. We weren't there very long, maybe a few months. And then we moved, down here. We moved from 3857 to 4131 Forest Boulevard. And then we were there from 2nd grade until, did we move down there before 6th grade? I think so, over the summer between 5th and 6th grade. I mean, I could look up the eviction date. And we were living, and that was 4013, so 3815, yeah. Moved from that to Missouri because I was poor. So here I come in. I wasn't cute then. It was my ugly face. Although looking back, I really wasn't as ugly as I thought it was. I just had this nose. Hadn't grown into my nose yet. Big nose. And I should stop recording that a long time ago. Editing. I will edit that one. I was very awkward. I was tall and lanky and long blonde hair and just awkward, just a dork. 6th grade. And I went from being one of the most popular girls in school, if not the most popular, to having 2 friends, sometimes 3, but that 3rd one, she'd be a trifling bitch. You other 2, if you're watching, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Christy. Kathy. Kathy was my best friend, and Katie. But me and Kathy were tight. Anyway, because they were the smart girls, so smart girls hung out together. And it was a hard year. It was rough. A little bit high. I'm probably gonna be a little bit high in all I have mouth noises. I'm trying to lighten the tension a little bit because, those aren't happy memories. 6th grade, Rich Hill, Missouri. Sheriff's son hocked a loogie into my hair on the playground. He was up on like the monkey bar climbing thing, jungle gym thing. Big fat loogie into my hair. I was the first girl to start my period. All of a sudden, Tonya had to carry a purse to school. And everybody knew what that meant. So when I go in the bathroom, go in the stall, the other girls get up on the toilets. They could have been nice and curious about it, but they weren't. So girls are assholes. I used to come home from school crying every day because, not only was I not somebody who'd been there since the Missouri Compromise was signed. My roots weren't, 100 years back. I was from sunny, glamorous Florida. This was before the internet, so Florida man wasn't a thing. Florida was the place to be. Florida was where Disney World was. For all they knew, I was next door to Mickey Mouse. Like me and Mickey Mouse, we was like this for all they knew. Kids, think about it. You ever watch Rugrats? The crazy ideas. I love that show because it is so genuine to how little kids really think. So I also was a straight A student. I was teacher's pet. Teacher graded on a curve, and I set the curve. And when you set the curve at 100%, and I was poor. It was obvious. It was obvious by the house that we lived in. It was obvious by the clothes that I wore. It's a rough year for me. 6th grade, 2 years before this diary started. So after 6th grade, we lived in Rich Hill for exactly 1 year. I don't remember the exact date. I remember it was in September 19th, 20th, 21st, something like that. Left Missouri, didn't go back to Jacksonville. We went to Virginia because that's where my grandmother lived, where Nanny lived, my mom's mom. And that's where all of my mom's people were from. That's where my mom was born. It's in Virginia, in various small towns up in the hills. So we went. I have a spreadsheet with all this information in it because I've been working on a memoir for off and on for years. This is my memoir. Moved to Timberville with great grandma, maybe? No, wait, what school did I go to? 6th grade. No, this is now 7th grade. Started 7th grade in Rich Hill and went to Ocean Way. Okay, yeah. So what's this one? No, because that was when we lived in Middleburg. Okay. So, oh yeah, this was the time we did 10 states in 10 days. Missouri to Virginia to Florida. Yeah, so we had a quick layover in Virginia. I guess we were going to stay and it didn't work out. I don't know those details because I was a child. Came back to Jacksonville for all of 7th grade. Day after 7th grade, we moved. We lived in my granny's trailer in Ocean Way. My granny was not there. I can't remember if she was still alive. She might have died that year, but she was living in her sister's house. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We moved to Missouri, Garden City, Missouri, right? And that's where our story begins. We moved to Garden City the day after 7th grade ended, which would have been June. School gets out in June. June. So this is 6 months. Been in Missouri for 6 months. Tiny town, Missouri. I was not the popular kid anymore. I wasn't the popular kid when I went back to Jacksonville. I was played relentlessly. But I mean, most of us are that age, one way or another. We're bullied by other students, we're bullied by teachers, bullied by our family. We're all bullied by our family in some way or another. Some more than others, of course. And, some get it more than others in other areas. Those years are pretty rough on everybody if we all really think about it and look back. So it's a different situation coming to small town Missouri. I was in band now. That happened when I was in 6th grade in Ridge Hill. Fluke, a kid, when the drummer broke her arm and they needed somebody to play cymbals. So I have pictures of myself playing cymbals, dressed as a photographer. All of these items are going to be available. All of it. I'm building something. This is not the first step. This isn't the 1000th step. I don't know which this is probably going to be the one you're going to see first though, because this is easy to just put together, put out there. So I'm just trying to pay credit cards. You know what I'm saying? So how long? It's been 46 minutes. Maybe. I don't know. Tell me how long my show should be. My voice is never going to come back. It was so good before Halloween. Like I didn't have any of this scratchiness. I went to Halloween. Oh my God, Halloween. Halloween. Where I met the most magical person I've ever met in my entire life. But I won't say his name because I don't have his permission. And he's already denied it to me once before. And I respect that because I love him. Halloween was a magical experience. I mean, Halloween always, I love Halloween. Go to Halloween with me, please. Halloween, and then, a few days later, I went to Cancun. Got home from Halloween on Halloween. Oh no, I guess it was a week later that I went to. No, because I went on the 3rd. Jesus Christ. It's late at night. I had gotten into bed. I was almost asleep. This brilliant idea came to me. I'm here for it though. I love it. If you know me, you know that. You know that. This is those who love me. This is exactly what you want. Those who don't love me just don't know you love me yet. And those who hate me, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, not everybody loves me, believe it or not. There are a few people hating on me really hard right now. I mean, what can you do? Not much. Live my life for and with the people that love me. And there are many of you, and I love you all so much. This is for you, giving myself to you. You receive it, you receive it. If you don't, you don't. It's not going to stop me from doing it because I know that there are those that want it. to give people what they want. I wouldn't say I'm a people pleaser necessarily, but you know, it's fun. Why not? I can feel your eyes on me. Okay, I think it might be time for the night. It's a good first episode. Well, wait a minute. I'm just done with I'm not done for the night. I'm just getting started. I'm just done with the first episode. I don't know if I'm going to do these like one page at a time in this diary. I guess we'll just see if there's a cliffhanger. Hmm. All right, so I'm going to stop this recording and I'm going to start the next one. See you there. I'm not editing any of these. I forget the mouse goes to sleep. All right, I'm going to stop recording. I really have to stop recording though. I could just, there's some way to have like a card. I need to make a card. And let's cut the episode. Or I can just stop and start.